Hey, Panthers, how you doing? It's a Rocky. You're getting close to the playoffs, so don't get sloppy. Here come the Flyers, they're looking to end your streak because compared to Philadelphia, the Panthers are weak.
Can't hear me.
Hey, yo, Vegas, how you doing?
Nope.
Let's kick it.
Nights, baby.
Mr. Pop.
Nights, baby.
All right. Doobie, Verhage, and Bennett, Claire, and the Charge. Spencer Knight, and Trigger, and don't look out, Beaver, and going in. Grabowski. It's a long one. 82 games just to get it done. I ain't feeling, we're reeling, suddenly bad, but I'm staying. Now look at them losers. That's the way you do it.
Nope.
Play the hockey in the NHL. That ain't work. That's the way you do it. You skate around in circles, get your sticks for free. Get out of that bed, put on those skates and pads. Get out of that bed, put on those skates and pads. Get in that rink, get to work, better bust your ass. When you wear those jerseys, the sun comes a-shining through. When you wear those jerseys, the sun comes a-shining through. I can't believe my eyes, that's a lie, the baby blue. I believe he's the soul of the Panthers, and that I know. I believe he's the soul of the Panthers, and that I know. Well, the harder he works, the rest of the team follows. We're gonna win the Stanley Cup. 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 Well, it won't mean nothing. We get swept out the playoffs again.
Reinhardt centering feed. Cousins, the pass in front. They score! It's Anton Lundell. The feed in front. Swayman is down. They score! It's stuffed home. Try to get it around the boards again. Sherratt holds it in. Giroux in front for Verhage. Let's go home, baby!
Got Swaggy and Chuck coming down the wing alone. We got Swaggy and Chuck coming down the wing alone. Well, Swaggy gonna shoot, Chuck gonna send it home. When we needed help, we played the Lion King. When we needed help, we played the Lion King. Cats are coming out of nowhere to win the whole damn thing. We're gonna win the Stanley Cup. 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 Well, it won't mean nothing. We get swept out the playoffs again. Win the Stanley Cup. All right. Here we go, Panther fans, and of course, Bruins fans. If you're watching this, welcome. I'm ready, you're ready, everybody's ready.
Patrice Bergeron is not ready, but Ullmark is in. Apparently Swayman's also not feeling all that well. So, look, I'm not going to sit here and slam dunk or drop the mic or spike the football or any of that just because Bergeron's out, because we've been there, done that with the Panthers and the guys being out with illness. And, you know, if the bug is going around in Boston, they're in Boston, they're going to be playing guys that are sick. So, tad bit concerned about some of our guys catching it, but maybe it's the thing that they've already all had already, and so their immune system is good and strong, and we'll have to see how that goes. What do I want to happen tonight? First 5 minutes of this game, we are going to learn a lot about this series. You know Boston's going to come out just rocking and rolling, okay? They're not going to take the Panthers lightly, all right? This is not a group of guys that doesn't know how the hell to win in the playoffs. So the Panthers are going to have to be ready to match whatever intensity Boston brings, okay? Now, last few days, I haven't been feeling so good about this game. I feel good about it tonight for whatever reason. I still would not be surprised to see Boston get on the board early. We got to stay out of the box, especially early on. No freebies here, okay? Boston's power play is pretty good. Their PK is insane. So I'm not overly concerned with us drawing penalties. We play good 5-on-5. One good thing, I watched a lot of highlights from the games that we played with the Bruins this year. We can score on this team, okay? I know their shtick is they've got two goaltenders that allow like a half a goal a game. Well, we can score goals on this team. I'm comfortable that way. The question is going to be, can our defense handle playoff Bruins? And Alex Lyon. Alex Lyon is the dude, and he's got to be the dude because he's not even disguised as the other dude. He's just the dude right now. So that's who we're rolling with. 5-4 Panthers. We'll go 5-4 Panthers. That's what we're going to do. Okay? I know that's a bit high scoring, and I don't suspect that the rest of the series will be that high scoring. I have a feeling the first period is going to be unlike anything else that's going to go on in the series. I don't know why. I just kind of feel like both teams are going to come out and make a couple mistakes, and we could end up, 2-2 after one. I hope we end up 2-2 after one. All right, Panther fans. 5-4 Panthers are going to take this tonight. They're going to take the series in 7 games. I can't do the let's get 2 points thing. So let's win 1. You ready? There we go. It did it. I don't believe it.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Alright, so it's 1-0 Boston after 1, which is not 2-2 like I said it would be, but that's okay. Although I would prefer it to be tied. We did get a big push by Boston to start the period. We gave 2 stupid penalties, and of course we left Pasta wide open on the side of the net. That's it, 1-0. Other than that, now I can't praise the goaltender during the game. You guys know the rules, but this is the most comfortable I will ever feel being down 1-0 after 1. We are having shots. We're getting chances. We're gonna bang a couple in. I'm convinced of that. And if this is the way the series is going to go, I'm comfortable. I'm not afraid of this team. Now, we do need to stay the hell out of the box. A couple of things I've noticed. Boston is really, when the puck is getting sent down into our zone and we have one defender back there to get the puck, Boston is sending somebody to heavily check them. So we're going to have to be a little bit more on our game there. And then we are winning some face-offs, but I think we're being a little bit, almost like we're not being picky enough when we originally get the puck on our stick. Yeah, we're We're winning the face-off, we get the puck, and then our first pass is getting intercepted. We've got to do better. Slow down the process a little bit, okay? They definitely came out a little bit nervous, but I like the way we are playing. I'm not afraid of this game. Win or lose this one, I still feel good about the series. Let's move on to second period. Damn it! For those who are new to the channel, this is our version of a rally cap, which usually does work, and we did get a goal, but the most, and look, this is playoff hockey. I mean, the most absurd, unlucky thing that I've never seen that before. The puck is sitting there on top of Alex Lyon's pad. He doesn't know it's there, and I guess the ref knew it was there, otherwise he would have blown the whistle because he couldn't see the puck. And the puck is just sitting there on top of Lyon's pad, and so it's 3-1. Now, on one hand, the Panthers have multiple many's of times come back from this. On the other hand, I don't know if the Bruins are just fixing to give up 2 in the third period. But I'll take overtime at this point. I will happily take Matthias at this point. Gustav Forsling is having a bad night. He has given up the puck a half dozen times. He's getting the puck in our defensive zone, and 4, 5, 6 of his clearing attempts are getting intercepted every damn time. I don't know what the hell's going on with this kid, but he needs to pick it up quick because he's the guy. We're out shooting them 2-1, but I have a feeling you Boston fans have seen that, and you know, you guys give up a lot of shots. We lead the league in shots, but we're not getting good shots. So no need to belabor this. It's 3-1 after 2. Let's make it a game, guys. All right, so look, before the season started, I said the Panthers were going to win the cup. So until that's not possible, I'm not going to back off of that prediction. But for purposes of the next 10 minutes, we're going to take that prediction and we'll just put it here in this shot glass. That's where that prediction goes, right there, in the where the alcohol goes. Okay. With about 9 minutes left in the third period of a playoff game, game 1, about 9 minutes left, 9:48, I believe, if I'm correct, down by 2. On the ice for the Florida Panthers was Eric Stahl, Mark Stahl, Brandon Montour, Ryan Lomberg, and Sam Reinhart. Now, I'm not a hockey coach. I'm not a hockey GM. I'm just a guy who's watched a lot of hockey and makes a lot of videos, and every once in a while I get something right. Now, I'm going to predict that you're not going to win a lot of playoff games with Eric Stahl, Mark Stahl, Ryan Lomberg, Sam Reinhart, and Brandon Montour all on the ice together. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you won't win any games. Now, obviously, that wasn't a purposeful. It wasn't on purpose. But it wasn't like anybody was able to get off and try to change either. I mean, those were the guys, and they were in the offensive zone too. Those 5. So, the prediction is here. It's still there. I'm keeping it there. But aside from that, I mean, what the hell are we thinking? You see our roster? I think when you look at our roster and look at the guys that we've got out there, I'm actually not all that unproud of the effort they gave, at least for the first 2 periods. Now, the third period, to me, I know this sounds Cocoa Puffs, but you guys are used to that from me. I'm fairly certain that what I'm about to suggest didn't happen. I'm not that crazy. However, the way that they played in the third period is almost as though Maurice said, okay, like after the second period, they went to the locker room and Maurice said, guys, there's no way we're coming back. We've lost this game. Stay healthy and conserve your energy for game 2. Like literally, that's how they looked out there. There was no intensity. There was no tenacity. All of the hitting and all of the energy just gone. Kaput. The whole third period. They never even, they just didn't even look like they cared at all in the third period. Now, I mean, hindsight being, maybe that's, if we come back and win game 2, I guess it could be to our advantage that we basically expended no energy in the third period. Now, before I get into the goaltending, that is now 5 goals in the last 3 goals. No, excuse me. That is 4 goals in the last 5 playoff games that the Panthers have played. 4 goals, 5 games in playoffs. Okay, so let's look at that. Barkov was invisible. He did okay in the circle, but invisible. Okay? Duke is, man, the injury he had. Now, we all give Bill Zito his praises, right? Okay? Now, Bill Zito was like, Duke is our addition at the deadline. And for the first 2 games, when Duke had fresh legs, it looked like that was going to be a good move. But since then, his play has deteriorated and deteriorated. And remember, last year when he was healthy, he was scratched in the playoffs because his game is speed and scoring. And without that, he's pretty much a useless player. I hate to put it that way, but there's a reason why he's been with so many teams. He found a home here in Florida because of the style of offense that we had, and he was putting the puck in the back of the net. But Maurice keeps throwing him out there on the top line like he's going to have a resurgence. And I get it because we literally have nobody else. Like, there's no Cole Caulfield to call up from the minors like Montreal did a couple years back. We don't have anybody else. Literally. We've got one extra guy right now, that's Zach Delpay. I don't think he's saving us. So he keeps throwing Duke up there. Ain't working. Carter Verhaeghe is feast or famine, right? He's streaky, so that ain't working out. Then look at what we got out there in the second line. Come on, what are we talking about here? Lundell, Luosterainen, and Tkachuk. And that ain't when it was, remember, it was Bennett with Tkachuk and Verhaeghe. Okay? That's a line. Now, I love Luosterainen. I know Lundell is going to be a really, really good player. But on the second line in the playoffs against the Bruins, okay, Lundell's 21 years old. Okay? Then you look at the third line. I mean, I love Ryan Lomberg, but we were so deep last year, there were games that Lomberg was getting scratched from the fourth line. And now we're expecting him to do I don't know what on the third line with Stahl and Cousins. And we're staying in games against the Bruins with this roster. You see what I'm saying? When you really look at the names in the roster, and don't even get me started on the fourth line. Colin White is completely useless. Smith, every once in a while, he doesn't look so bad. Okay? So, then we get to the defense. Now, I have never seen Gustav Forsling have such a bad night. Giveaway after giveaway. There was one sequence in the third period, he gave it away 3 times in the same sequence. Like he gave it away, and then it bounced back to him, and he gave it away again, and somehow it got back to him, and he gave it away again. I've never seen him play so horribly. I don't know if he's feeling pressure. He shouldn't. This is not his first playoffs. I don't know what the hell went on out there. Gudis wasn't terrible, but what they were doing to Gudis was when he would go back behind the net to retrieve the puck by himself, they was all over him, and he's not that quick, not that mobile. So it made him, they did not let us play our game at all. But that's Boston. I mean, they won 155 games this year. They've killed off like 3,000 straight penalties. It's absurd. The fact that we went out there with the roster that we had, when you really look at it, there's hope, and we're the fans, and we were going to win, and they're going to win the cup, and I sing the song and all of that. Fine. But at the end of the day, when you look at the names on the back of the Panthers jerseys, we need like 10 new guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, at least 7. At least 7. Right? Okay? Nobody that's out there on the fourth line right now. I mean, the fourth line last year was Lomber with Luosterainen and Patrick Hornquist. So look, we're not going to get swept. We're still going to win the series in 7. Beyond that, I was not unhappy with how they played the first 2 periods. Third period, I'm telling you, if Maurice came out and said that he told them to stop playing the third period to conserve their energy, I wouldn't even be surprised. I'd be like, yeah, that's what it looked like to me. I don't know what the hell. Now, the goaltending. Some people in the chat think maybe it's time to go back to Bob. I think you're going to give Lyon one more game. Somebody said Lions lost 3 in a row, and I grasped that. But, I mean, he gave up 2 to Toronto, right? Tonight, he gave up the 1 bad goal. And then the third one was, resting on his pad. That is a goal that anybody could give up. We scored a goal. And anytime you score 1 goal, it's kind of hard to blame your goaltender. I didn't see, we've all seen Bob give up weak goals, right? How many of those acrobatic, ridiculous saves that Lyon made tonight is Bob guaranteed to make all of those? You see what I'm saying? Lyon is not our issue. We've stopped scoring, especially when it comes to the playoffs. And you know what's funny is in the intro, you'll see I have the goal there from Verhaeghe, scoring the overtime winning goal against the Capitals last year to clinch the series. And what's funny about that goal is we don't think about it. We just think Verhaeghe in overtime, he won the game. But if you listen to Goldstein's call, Sherratt holds it in, Giroux gets the puck, gets it to Verhaeghe, and Verhaeghe scores. Sherratt and Giroux were the ones that made the play to get the puck to Verhaeghe. The 2 guys that we gave up the first round picks for that, obviously we know how that turned out, but the point is that neither one of those, I'm not saying we should have kept either one of those guys, but that it wasn't like it was Ekblad and Forsling making the play. There was nobody on the team now that made that play. So, we lost. We're going to win game 2. We're going to win game 2 8-5. Huh? I can't even be mad. I can't even be mad at this point. And look, Boston didn't have Bergeron. You could see Omar. You could see through his mask. He's like, dude is sick. I can't imagine how sick Swayman is, because Olmark's eyes are as big and glassy. You could just tell he would not feeling good at all. And yeah, we had a bunch of shots, but they're easy. We weren't making him work hard. We didn't make him have to make a bunch of, heavy-duty saves. Lots of rebounds where we did not get to the puck in the front of the net. Oh my God, the power play. Is it possible that the power play? I guess it could be worse if we were giving up shorthanded goals. That's literally the only positive with the power play. Horrible. Awful. Okay. We'll fix the puck. There you go. That'd do it. That, we won't lose again. I fixed the puck, we won't lose again. We're going to win 16 straight, win the cup. All right, Panther fans. Stu and I be back in the morning. A lot of work went into today. Let me tell you something. We haven't won a game one since, jeez. I think they said 1997. What the hell? Yeah, I mean, game one's, just forget about it. We're going to win game two. We will. Stu and I be back in the morning. We will be streaming the Toronto-Tampa Bay game series. So it's going to be every other night. We're going to be doing both series. Just don't get swept. Seriously. Like, when was the last time a playoff team got swept 2 years in a row? Somebody look that up and put it in the comments. When was the last time a playoff team got swept 2 years in a row to be eliminated? And add to that, like, it's not like two back-to-back playoff series is what I'm saying. Like the last series and this series. When was the last time that happened? Maybe if we put that juju out there, we're guaranteed not to get swept. But we're still going to win the series, so we won't get swept. But hopefully we don't get swept because we're going to win the series. Shit. I'll see you in the morning.